finally got the chance to talk to you guys about something today that I've been wanting to share with you for so long. Ever since I started my YouTube channel more than 2 years ago, I've been wanting to tell you about my modesty journey, and I'm finally going to do it. So, how did my modesty journey begin? Let's start there. In the spring of 2012, I started wearing skirts and dresses only, and this is how it started. We had been going to a church where all the women were required by the church to wear skirts and dresses only. They couldn't wear jewelry, they couldn't wear makeup, and to the services they had to wear a veil, which was like a doily type shape, a round doily. I went along with it because I really liked going to that church and I wanted to do what they did, you know. They never really explained why to me, and I kind of wish that they had. I never asked though. I guess I felt that would be a little awkward, I don't know. But I did it. So for as long as we went to that church, for about 2 years or so, I would wear skirts and dresses only whenever I went to the church. So on Sunday or when they had Bible studies, I might wear the skirts and dresses there too. Eventually we stopped going to that church for theological reasons, not related to the dressing issues or the head covering issues. Totally unrelated to that, something different. And the place that we started to go to didn't require anything like that. They had no dress code at all, but I continued to wear skirts and dresses to church. So I already had that habit in place, that pattern. So there was this lady that I knew. She didn't go to the previous church or to the new church. Well, she did eventually end up going to the new church after a while, but at that point, she wasn't going there. And she began to wear skirts and dresses only, and I asked her about it. Her reasons for wearing skirts and dresses only at that time were for her to be more modest, so to cover up her body better than pants would, and for her to be more feminine, to create a visual distinction between her and her husband as a reminder to the both of them that they had different roles. And I just loved that idea. I thought, how beautiful to show the difference between your roles in the way that you dress. Now, at that point, I began to study what I could find in the Bible about how we should dress. And I did find a few verses about women dressing modestly. I also found a verse that talks about the need for women and men to dress in a distinct manner from each other, to not look exactly like each other, but to dress in ways that show that they're different. And I just thought, what better way to do that than skirts and dresses only for women? So I didn't start to wear skirts and dresses only because I thought that would make me better than other people. I didn't do it because I thought that would make me closer to God, even though, in a sense, obeying God does make us closer to Him, have a closer relationship with Him. But, I didn't think that there was something, super holy about wearing skirts and dresses only. No, I just thought that it made the most sense. Because, ladies, let's be honest, pants are not modest. Yes, everybody is wearing them, but let's be able to look ourselves in the mirror and analyze the motivations for why we do what we do and admit pants aren't modest. I remember when I used to wear pants, I would pick out a few pairs that I thought would look good on me. I'd take them to the dressing room, I'd try them on. And what did I do while I was trying them on? I would look at myself in the mirror from all sorts of different angles to see if they made me look good, right? I mean, because I'm pretty sure that that's just not me. I'm pretty sure that most, if not all, women do the same thing. We want to look good. We don't want to look like we have a saggy derriere, right? We don't want the pants to be all baggy up near the crotch. because that's weird. You know, they have to be pretty snug, pretty tight in order for them to look good on us. And that just reveals our whole entire bottom area, including our crotch. How is that modest? So, in my personal modesty journey, I took a look at myself and I said, that's not modest. If I thought that that was modest, I was fooling myself. So it was freeing to wear skirts and dresses only. It was like taking off something that was pulling me down, keeping me weighed down. You know, I just took that off and I threw it away and I said, no more. I'm not going to have any more of this doing what everybody else is doing just because, I don't know, that's the thing that people do. No more of that. I can be free from that. I can obey God in the way that I see makes the most sense. And I don't have to live under the burden of having to be like everybody else. So wearing skirts and dresses only for me has not been an oppressive thing. It has been a very freeing thing. It was a choice that I made of my own free will because I wanted to do what I could to live up to God's standards of modesty, not society's standards, because let's face it, society's standards of modesty are pretty low. Why should we as Christians conform to those very low standards when God presents us with the higher, better standard? So that has been my modesty journey. In other videos, I would like to share more practical issues with you of the practical everyday life side of wearing skirts and dresses only and how we can deal with some of the things that are unique to skirts and dresses only. But in this video, I just want to share my heart with you about wearing skirts and dresses only and about modesty. One last thing I want to mention is that women started wearing pants. Not mainly because they were trying to find a practical solution to everyday issues. The main reason, if you look at some of that history, and there are books, there are resources out there that detail this. The main reason that women started wearing pants is because they were making a statement. They were saying, we are equal with men. Why can't we dress like men too? Right? Now, I believe that we as women are equal in value. And I believe that women can be very intelligent, very smart, very gifted. But the Bible makes it clear that women and men have different roles. We have different jobs that God has given us to live out on this earth. So, equal in value, yes, but different in roles. So, women were trying to say, we are equal with men in every way, even in roles. Why should we have to have the womanly role? Why can't we do all the things that men do? Have a job like a man, have a career like men, just basically do all the things that men do. You know, why should we have to be tied down with the home and with children and with being pregnant and, you know, childbearing? And wearing pants was a statement of rebellion. So, we also, I think, as Christians, need to consider who we are aligning ourselves with. Are we aligning ourselves with God and His godly standards and those Christians who humbly want to obey Him? Or are we aligning ourselves with the world and worldly standards and those who were rebelling, or who at least were rebelling in those days, against God? So I feel like when you look at it that way too, there is a very strong reason, another very strong reason, why skirts and dresses only makes sense for women.